Imagine standing at the altar. The church is packed. Your high school sweetheart, the love of your life, is waiting for you in her white dress. But instead of saying, "I do," you turn around and run. This is the story of Liam Page. 8 years ago, he made a choice many would call unforgivable. He chose fame over family. He left his small town of St. Augustine in Louisiana and never looked back. Not until he became one of the biggest country music stars on the planet. But here's the thing about having the world at your feet. It can feel incredibly lonely when you realize your heart was left behind in the dirt. Liam has money, fans, and sold-out stadiums. Yet backstage you can see the cracks. He drinks too much. He feels numb. He wakes up in different cities beside people whose names he does not remember. He built a kingdom, but he rules it alone. Everything changes in a single moment. While watching the news, he sees a report from his hometown. Mason, his best friend from high school, the man who was supposed to stand beside him as best man, has died in a car accident. The news hits harder than any hangover. It is a wake-up call, sharp and painful. Without telling his manager or his label, he gets in his car and drives. He heads back to the one place he swore he would never return to. Driving into St. Augustine isn't just travel. It's time travel. He drives straight into the wreckage he left behind 8 years earlier. He reaches the church, the same one he ran from. But this time it isn't for a wedding. It's for a funeral. He can't even step inside. He stands outside the doors, listening to the service. Listening to his father, the town pastor, speak about grief. As people leave the church, he sees her. Josie, the girl he left standing at the altar. She sees him leaning against a tree. A ghost from her past returned without warning. The air between them feels heavy. You expect shouting or tears. But Josie walks up to the world-famous country star and punches him in the stomach. A single hit, but it says everything. She is not a broken woman waiting to be saved. She is someone who rebuilt herself from pieces he left behind. Liam is left breathless on the grass, realizing that fame means nothing here. Here, he is not a celebrity. He is the man who ran away. He stays with his father, but the house is cold with silence. Forgiveness does not come easily. Trying to settle into town, he eventually walks into Josie's flower shop. He wants to say something, maybe explain. But before he can, the bell rings. A little girl walks in. She is blonde, confident, and about 7 years old. Her name is Billy. Liam freezes. The math hits instantly. 8 years gone. A 7-year-old child. He realizes the truth. He didn't just leave his bride. He left a daughter. A daughter he never knew existed because he never answered the phone. He asks Josie why she never told him. She did. She called 2 weeks after he left. She left a message, but Liam never listened. He changed his number. He cut himself off completely. Now he wants to know Billy, to be a father. But Josie has spent years protecting that little girl from heartbreak. She can't risk letting him walk in and walk out again. She tells him, "You don't get to just come back." But Liam doesn't leave. For the first time in 8 years he stays. Not for fame. Not for music. But for a daughter who has no idea that the man she admires on stage is her father. So now the real story begins. A father who is a stranger. A mother who is still wounded. And a child who holds the key to redemption. Liam Page became a star. But winning back his family might be the hardest thing he ever faces. Liam is stubborn and thankfully Josie concedes. She gives him permission to spend time with 7-year-old Billy strictly on her terms. This is where the anti-skip narrative shifts. It stops being about the melodrama and starts being about the unexpected sweetness of a father and daughter bond. They bond over music and realize Billy inherited his talent. This melts a bit of the ice around Josie's heart. She finally agrees to a date with Liam and they fly to New Orleans. It is an electric night that proves their chemistry is still there. It looks like the miracle reunion is actually going to happen. But his past trauma soon intervenes. While watching Billy eat lunch, she suddenly starts choking. Before he can react, Liam freezes. He is paralyzed by a flashback to the moment his mother died. It is Josie's brother Jake who rushes in and saves Billy. Liam realizes the terrifying truth. When his family needed him most, he was useless. He feels guilt-ridden and worthless and drowns his fear in alcohol. Liam is then found by his father, Pastor Brian. Their relationship has always been defined by abandonment. But here, over a bottle, his father finally reveals his own deepest regret. He apologizes for failing to notice Liam's grief when he was a child. This confession becomes a breakthrough. Liam finally understands that running was a coping mechanism and not just a selfish act. But understanding does not fix things. Liam believes Josie and Billy deserve better and makes the heartbreaking decision to leave again. He flies to London ready to lose himself in the noise and lights. But he cannot. His manager Sam sees Liam's pain and tells him he must go back. Sam reminds him that he has a family now. Ready to face his fear, Liam pulls out his old battered phone. He calls the number from the broken voicemail Josie left 8 years ago. He leaves a message finally admitting the truth. He ran because his mother's sudden death made him terrified to lose Josie too. The choice is made. Liam abandons his tour and flies straight back to St. Augustine. He is done running. He arrives just in time to see Billy perform a song at her school talent show. He stands at the side of the stage and encourages her. They share a song, a beautiful father-daughter moment that connects them completely. Liam then finds Josie. He does not beg for forgiveness. He simply stands there ready to finally be the man she deserves. He chooses them. Seeing his sincerity and commitment, Josie finally chooses forgiveness. The movie wraps up with the ultimate resolution. Liam and Josie finally get their wedding 8 years later. It is a small intimate ceremony where Liam is present, grounded and truly happy. And for the real ending, Liam brings his family into his professional life. He writes a new song inspired by his daughter, and we see them performing together on his massive world tour stage in Berlin. He did not just win back his girl. He finally found his way home. To everyone watching, thank you for supporting this channel. Your likes, comments and shares truly mean the world to me. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want more movie explanations like this, make sure you subscribe and turn on the bell icon so you never miss a story. This channel grows because of you, so drop your thoughts, suggest your favorite films or just say hi in the comments. I love hearing from you.